What's happening everyone, and welcome back to a brand new Enshrouded video. And in today's video we're going to be going over the official 2024 roadmap for the game. So Enshrouded to me did kind of die off a little bit once I'd completed pretty much everything within the game and collected as much possible loot as I could. Since then I've been sitting around for the next major update to add more content to the game to get back into it. And today in the official Discord for the game, they posted the 2024 roadmap, which shows us the content we're going to be getting throughout this year. They said, "Greetings Flameborn. You've all been patiently waiting for weeks now, eagerly wondering what's next for Enshrouded. We have been playing it very safe. On the one hand, we have big ambitions for the game and loads of ideas. On the other hand, Enshrouded is a brand new game we are building from scratch, and some of the things we want to do might turn out to be more difficult than we first anticipated. It's a push and pull of wanting to keep you interested without over-promising on our capacity to deliver. Nonetheless, we have managed to land on a roadmap that we think will be of interest to everyone. For those of you who shared your feedback on the fan feature upvote, a lot of the items will look familiar. One of the factors that make us feel so confident in the evolution of Enshrouded is that in so many of the cases, your feedback and our vision for the game align pretty closely. For those of you who haven't looked into the feature upvote yet, take a look and search for terms you're interested in. Then let us know what you think through it. We'll reopen the suggestion submissions again soon. Anyway, we know your eyes will have been drawn to the graphic below, so we won't keep you for much longer. One thing to note, a roadmap is a living and breathing thing. It will change as we develop the game and things turn out to be harder or easier than we expected. They then went ahead and posted this image into the Discord. So the image does say Enshrouded Early Access Roadmap 2024 and doesn't provide us with any specific dates for any of the content that is featured on it. So if we have a look at the roadmap, you will see that there are a lot of things on this, and there are some other things I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into, but for the most part, I'm just going to tell you what they are. So we're going to be getting Hollow Holes dungeons, Steam Deck support, performance improvements, smoother high FPS gameplay, location improvements, improved loot UI, workshops craft from magic chests, better stack splitting, multiple NPC instances, reassignable glider shortcut, sitting on furniture, improved post-processing, more trees to grow, round doors and windows, potted plants, new building materials, replayable world quests, better quest sorting, server gameplay settings, server user rights, townsfolk NPCs, a vanity system, editable signs, musical instruments, townsfolk pets, animal farming, enemy patrols, a weather system, mountains biome, portals to other servers, nameable bases, nameable map locations, multiplayer pings, named tombstones, new enemies and bosses, fixes and polishings, and then there are some features at the bottom which are going to come much later in 2024. These are the sharing and visiting of bases, create and share gameplay experiences, world events, instanced dungeons, more biomes, and water. One of the things I want to talk about is multiple NPC instances. This makes me wonder if we're going to get more NPCs within Enshrouded, or are there going to be new instances and missions and that sort of thing for the NPCs that are currently in the game. It could be either or. I do hope that we get a lot more NPCs so that we can expand our towns and villages, but I guess we'll see when it does release. Sitting on furniture is a huge one for me, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but I just think if you're going to let players furnish houses, you should let the players then interact with those furnishings. Round doors and windows as well is going to be great because it's going to allow us to get more accurate hobbit holes in the game, which is always a good thing I think, and it's just going to allow us to add more designs to our buildings within the game. For townsfolk NPCs, it now does sound like we are going to get more NPCs within the game, and maybe these NPCs aren't necessarily going to give us more quests, but it would be cool if they did walk around our towns within the game and we could bring them back to our own bases and settlements, and they would interact with what is there rather than just standing in one particular place. Maybe that's what multiple NPC instances means. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. A vanity system is going to be quite interesting because I don't know what it means. Does that mean we are going to get to customize our armor? Are we going to get to dye it and potentially change how it looks? Or is it going to be like those games which allow you to wear a set of armor but change the appearance of it if you don't like a particular set's appearance compared to others? Animal farming is huge, I think, because it's something I wanted in the game from the start, especially to allow us to get resources a lot easier. And it does make me wonder, are they going to add more animals to the game at some point if they are going to allow you to farm them? Enemy patrols as well, I think could be really cool. if it works in a similar way to how games like The Forest and Sons of the Forest work, and Green Hell. I'd like it if enemy patrols in the game did try to find your camp and did attack your base, so you had to defend it a little bit rather than them just never interacting with it at all. I understand it could be annoying, but maybe with the server settings that are going to be coming, you can turn destruction off so they can't actually destroy your buildings, but can still come and try and attack you. A weather system, that's something I wanted from the start as well. It is a bit boring how the weather stays the same pretty much the whole time. I would like it to rain at points, possibly snow, maybe have some thunder and lightning, that sort of thing. It's going to be interesting to have it in the game. Mountains biome, I'm not quite sure what that means. I feel like a lot of Enshrouded is quite vertical anyway, so to have a specific mountain biome, I'm interested to see how that will look, and also where that's actually going to go on the map, and how big it's going to be. World events and instanced dungeons do sound quite interesting. I'm not sure what they could actually be, but it would be nice to see the map be a bit more alive and there's always things going on, rather than just the set missions that are in the game at the moment. More biomes, I can't wait for that. I really want a good snow biome, because the snow that's in the game at the moment, I don't really feel like it is snow. It just kind of looks like a white sort of layer, where I'd like the snow to be more interactable and maybe a little bit deeper, and you leave footprints, that sort of thing. It's a lot to ask, and it's just going to be interesting to see what other biomes we get. Then finally, water. I can't wait to see water in the game, which sounds ridiculous again, but I'd really like to see some sort of river systems or lakes within the game, and I'd also like the ability to maybe be able to manipulate the water in the rivers and how they work. A lot of people have said that maybe in underground bases, it would be nice to have some water running through it, which I think would be cool. So if they added it as a building material in some way, that would be quite nice, because then you can customize it a lot more around your base. So when is all of this content going to arrive in Enshrouded? They have said that the items in the top section of this roadmap will come into the game over the next several major updates. The bottom section is going to be towards the end of the year, so much later in the year. So we're not going to get everything all at once in the next update. It is going to be sort of dotted throughout the next several updates right the way through the year. And you might be wondering when the next major update is. The next major update for Enshrouded is going to be this month. So March 2024 is when we're going to get some of the items from the top section of this roadmap, and when we are going to get our next major update for the game. I think it's going to be really interesting to see which features do come to Enshrouded with the next major update, which is this month. They haven't said how many features are going to be in each major update, and they haven't said it's going to be in the exact order it is in the roadmap. Just that the ones closer to the top are going to be coming over the next several major updates, with the ones at the bottom coming much later in the year. So that is it for today's Enshrouded update, and what I want to know from you guys is which of these features do you want to see come in March's major update for Enshrouded? Also, if you have any speculation about what some of these features could actually be, please do let me know down in the comment section. It's always interesting to read them. If you have enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, make sure to smash a like on it to show support for Enshrouded on the channel. And if you are new to the channel and you've enjoyed the video and found it helpful, make sure to subscribe to be kept up to date with all future releases. But other than that, we'll see you in the next video.